Good evening, everyone. This is Marie Sullivan, and I am calling to order the governing board meeting of November 23, 2021 at 6:33 p.m. Want to remind everyone that we are live captioning our meetings, and to view the captions, click on the link in our chat window. So with that, as I call to order this regular meeting of our Community College District Governing Board, I'm going to call roll of the board members, and I'll start with you, Mr. Evans, our student trustee. Are you present this evening? Ms. Bittersmith?
I'm here.
Thank you. Mrs. McGrath?
Present.
Thank you. Dr. Narini?
Present.
Thank you. Ms. Smith?
Thank you.
Dr. Thor?
Present.
Ms. Nguyen?
Present.
All board members are present for the meeting, with the exception of Mr. Quentin Evans, our student trustee representative. So with that, want to make note that there are some substitutions in our meeting gathering. We have Dr. Eddie Lamperes, VP of Academic Affairs, Scottsdale Community College, is sitting in for Dr. Chris Haynes, interim president at Scottsdale Community College. Dr. William Guerrero, Vice President of Academic Affairs, Chandler Gilbert Community College, is sitting in for Dr. Greg Peterson, President at Chandler Gilbert. Dr. Osaro Iguodaro, VP of Student Development at South Mountain Community College, is sitting in this evening for Dr. Sherry Olson, President of South Mountain. And Ms. Martha Anderson, Associate Chief Human Resources Officer, is sitting in for Dr. Georgetta Kelly, our Chief Human Resource Officer. With that, I'm going to move to our Faculty Executive Council report and welcome Mr. Radisich.
Good evening, everyone. When we talk about the district's mission, we typically focus on our primary goal of serving the students, but we actually exist in service to the entire community. When we're doing our job right, the whole community benefits from us and recognizes our value. While Maricopa County has always appreciated the work we do, our faculty and staff wanted to do even more for the community we serve. So we did. State law requires us to adopt a plan to increase student voter registration and turnout. We put our plan into action, and in the 2020 election cycle, we showed double-digit percentage growth in civic participation. This achievement was recognized by All in Campus Democracy, who awarded half of our colleges bronze or silver seals for the 2020 student voter turnout. They also gave out just 3 voter-friendly college designations across all of Arizona, and Maricopa colleges earned 2 of those. Now, while voting is a great start, our faculty and staff didn't settle for just helping our students to vote. They wanted to help our students to fully engage with the community. Around the district, we have many pockets of innovation working to make that happen. As just one example, take the district's Student Public Policy Forum. Here, faculty and staff bring together students interested in leadership for an academic program to introduce them to policymaking at the local, state, and national level. The program focuses on experiential learning and leadership development through engagement in the political process. One classroom assignment for the program is to find a problem in your community and propose a solution for it. 2 of the program's students, MCC's Manuel Valenzuela and Phoenix College's Holly Tourville, chose as their problem the lack of 4-year degrees for underserved industries. Remember that one? Well, with instruction from faculty, coordination from staff, and advice from both, these 2 students lobbied individual state legislators on the issue, using their own personal experiences as launching points for deep and influential conversations. As we all know, the state legislature handed us a major victory this year when they voted to allow us to begin providing 4-year degrees. In fairness, it would be wildly unrealistic to credit any one person or even any one group with that victory, since it had 1,000 parents. But Mr. Valenzuela and Ms. Tourville definitely share some of the credit. This example showcases the power of these civic engagement efforts. By teaching students to be influential leaders and then helping them connect with the community at large, wonderful things happen for the students, for the community, and for the district. It's a win-win-win situation. The Student Public Policy Forum is just one of dozens of innovative efforts scattered around the district that promote civic engagement and service learning. The 10 colleges have incubated some fantastic programs, but without a district-wide support structure, we haven't been able to scale them up. Maricopa needs a base of operations where the assorted proponents of civic engagement could gather to exchange ideas, support each other, and broaden their successes. Last year, Chancellor Gonzalez created just such a civic engagement clearinghouse when he established our new Center for Excellence. Under the leadership of the Program Director for Workforce and Economic Development, Diana Villanueva Saucedo, and Glendale History Professor John Coughlin, the Center for Excellence seeks to integrate Maricopa's work around democracy, shared governance, academic freedom, and DEI. By embedding America's democratic principles into our district at the systemic level, the Center for Excellence is the perfect structure to weave all of our district's individual threads of civic engagement into a unified tapestry of community service. I'm hopeful that the Center for Excellence will elevate all of our civic engagement efforts to the next level and ultimately make our service to our community so clear and so important that if anyone ever asks if we provide value to the community itself will answer with a resounding yes. Thank you for your time. And on a personal note, let me wish you all a pleasant Thanksgiving holiday with your families and friends.
Thank you, Dr. Radishich. We appreciate the sentiment, and happy Thanksgiving to you as well. With that, we want to note that the adjunct faculty report has been submitted in writing by Dr. Terry Train, and she requires no speaking time. Moving on to the Employee Senate report, I want to welcome Ms. Anna Chandler and Ms. Shannon Mange to speak. Happy Thanksgiving, women, and let's listen to you tonight.
Thank you, President Sullivan, members of the board, Chancellor Gonzalez, members of CEC, and guests. My name is Shannon Mange, and I am before you today as the co-president for employee representation. Along with me is Anna Chandler, the other co-president for employee representation. Next slide, please. As we like to do, we like to start off with welcoming and recognition for those doing hard work across our district. We are going to continue to do this in working with our employee senators to make sure that the amazing work done at the district office and the college campuses are recognized. We would like to give a shout out to Paradise Valley Community College for once again being named as one of the nation's top 150 community colleges by the Aspen Institute. They are the only community college in Arizona to receive this distinction this go around. Go Pumas. You guys have done an amazing job from the part-time frontline staff all the way up to the college president. Thank you to the staff and faculty for the hard work you have done for your students. We want to give a shout out to the HR and legal team for the federal COVID-19 vaccine mandate town halls that they performed last week. Martha Anderson, Megan Tormey, Melissa Flores, you, along with your teams, did a wonderful job in undertaking a huge task in a short amount of time and providing as much up-to-date information as you could. If we were in person, I would tell everybody to stand and give you a round of applause. Thank you for your hard work in putting those together for our employees. Another shout out goes to our HR team, Frank Wilson, Michelle Keller, and their entire team for the class and comp town halls that they put together, along with the other town halls they did that week, to provide the up-to-date information on the Mercer study done for our staff. We thank you so much for the information that you provided our colleagues, as well as thank you, HR, for the vacation buyback program that you offered to staff one more time. This allowed folks to provide financial assistance to themselves and to their families when they couldn't use their vacation time due to the COVID pandemic, and to providing as much service as they could to our students. We have a really great relationship with our HR and legal team, and we look forward to further recognition of them and their hard work. Next slide, please. A few updates from Anna and I. As part of our commitment to the college presidents, we meet with them once every 3 months to provide updates on employee representation. We will be meeting with them in December to discuss the upcoming elections that will be happening in spring, as well as some other updates and collaboration on future representation strategic plans. We'll be meeting with the Chancellor's Cabinet in December as well to discuss these items, to make sure that not only the campuses, but the district office is up to date on representation. Some of the spring action items that we have coming up is employee representation wants to build a strategic plan. You hear of things like 40X, WIGs, strategic items, governing board goals. We want that as well for employee representation, so we will be working on that next spring. Anna and I will also begin our road show for the upcoming elections. So anybody that's listening, if you want us to come and stop by and speak to your affinity group, your council, your campus, we are here to support, and we will provide the most up-to-date information so that those that want to serve as representatives can do so. Next slide, please. As we do each month, we want to give representative highlights for each of the campuses in the district office. The details of this information can be found in our newsletter, but we feel that they deserve to be profiled in our governing board meetings as well. This month, we are looking at Rio Salado. Next slide, please. This is our non-exempt council for Rio Salado College. We have Maria, Jesus, and Justin. They have done an amazing job representing their non-exempt employees at Rio Salado College and across the district. You can find their profiles in the employee newsletter that was sent out at the beginning of November. Next slide, please. Our exempt council reps for Rio Salado are Ashley, Calvin, and Jason. Jason as well serves as the employee senator for Rio Salado College. Anna and I can say that it's been a privilege to work with them, and Rio is so lucky to have them representing their campus. Next slide, please. Our communication team is working on the December newsletter. Some of the things that will be happening is they will highlight Phoenix College. They will provide a recap of the Mercer Town Halls, a look into the Employee Learn Center, and covering Maricopa Myth, Rio Salado College. Is it an online college? As well as they're continuing to redesign our website based on employee feedback that we have received throughout the year. Our communication team works hard every month, and I can't wait to see what the website looks like. Next slide, please. Our Senate policy team has been working very hard going through the priority survey that they had conducted earlier in the year. If you would like to see the results of this in the snapshot, please look at our November newsletter that was sent at the beginning of the month. Some of the next steps include going over and organizing hundreds of open-ended responses, continuing to do policy review subgroups with district task forces, including but not limited to paid parental leave policy, the grievance policy, holistic class and comp policy review. And they will continue to work with unit leaders on remote and virtual work policy implementation. If policy is something that is interesting to you and you would like to learn more, please look at our newsletter. You could submit your name and information if you would like to serve on any of the subgroups. This is open to employees district-wide, not just representatives. I now turn it over to my colleague, Anna Chandler.
Thank you so much, Shannon. Can we get the next slide, please? Thank you. Thank you, Shannon. Good evening, President Sullivan, members of the board, Chancellor Gonzalez, college presidents and designees, CEC and colleagues. I will continue our presentation with the requested data on remote policy as requested by the board. At this time, there has been 230 requests submitted. Of those 230 requests, 225 are directly for remote work. The remaining 5 are for new positions to be created. At this time, only remote work requests have been completed. The 3 requests that have been completed have come from our district office employees, and no other requests have been completed at any other campuses at this time. Next slide, please. In continuation of the wonderful work of helping staff connect, engage, and learn about DEIE, the conversations have been difficult, but to those who have chose to participate, they are learning and educating themselves about the diversity within Maricopa in regards to employees and students and our community. As we celebrated last month, DAC is excited to have its executive sponsor, interim president Naimo, and we wish him well as there is a lot of work to be done, but genuinely appreciate his support, advocacy, and collaboration in DAC. We encourage staff to get involved with both the Affinity Series and Cultural Humility Hours that are being hosted in order to help employees become aware and educated of the topics being presented through both frameworks. And last but not least, and next slide, please. And last but not least, we would like to bring forth the MVET Challenge that is being sponsored by Maricopa Veterans Educational Task Force again this year. From November 10th to December 10th, MVET and allies will engage in friendly competition. So we encourage Maricopans to get involved and support MVET's mission to support folks to join MVETs, help with local nonprofit veterans organizations, and local campus food drives. Next slide, please. And on a personal note from Shannon and I, we'd like to thank you again for hearing tonight's presentation and giving us the space to speak and represent employees. And we do want to wish everyone in Maricopa, all employees, leadership, and the governing board, a very relaxing and joyful Thanksgiving. Thank you so much.
Oops, I was on mute. I apologize. I wanted to say again, happy Thanksgiving to Ms. Monge and Ms. Chandler and to all the employees of our district. You represent and do us a good service every single day, and we're thankful for your contributions and your also to the leadership of both of you. With that, I'm going to move us to the student life reports, and I believe we have a video from Paradise Valley Community College. Please take it away, Elsa.
Yes, thank you. Give me just a minute to cue that up, please.
Sure. I believe the individuals on the video will introduce themselves to us this evening as they do their presentation. So while Elsa is doing that, again, I want to, oh, here we are. Go ahead. Thank you, Elsa. Maybe I should just start speaking and then it'll all work.
President Sullivan,
Yes.
and Chancellor Gonzalez, members of the board, CEC. My name is Mike Ho, and I'm the Director of Student Life and Leadership Programs at Paradise Valley Community College. And it's my students who will be addressing you tonight. And having the privilege of addressing the board each of the last 12 years, I know that it's appreciated that we are the meeting before the long weekend. So our video will certainly be brief, but highlights Paradise Valley Community College's student leaders and some of their efforts this semester.
Mr. Ho, while they are working on all of the AV issues, do you have anything else you'd like to share about what is happening at Paradise Valley Community College in anticipation that the video will be on? But if not, perhaps you could bring us up to speed on some things as they work through this effort.
Absolutely. There's some wonderful highlights this semester so far. Recently, or as was mentioned in the last report, Paradise Valley Community College was named an Aspen Award winner, being one of the top 150 community colleges in the country this past year. The only community college in Arizona to receive that distinction, which is a point of pride for us. Our new Health Sciences Center just opened this past Friday to a very nice grand opening. And it looks like—
Oh, very nice. Very nice. Well, it looks like we do have a video on the screen now, Mr. Ho, and I guess let me ask Elsa. Elsa, are we ready to roll? And now we're back at dark. Okay, well, keep telling us, Mr. Ho, what's going on.
Fantastic. This past November 17th, we had our St. Mary's Food Bank Drive Up Food Distribution event, which we've been doing annually, even though we have been in pandemic times. There's been an opportunity to continue to support our mobile pantry as well. So those are some of the highlights, but you'll see some of the highlights in the video as well. Thank you.
Okay, well, let's give it another minute. If it doesn't happen, we'll probably need to move on and see this later, but can you tell us who would be presenting this evening?
Sure. Our student senator for Paradise Valley Community College, Ms. Giovanna Vincic, will be presenting. We also have a number of student leaders, including the club presidents from our Outdoor Adventure Club, our Women Rising program, our First Generation program, as well as a member of our Pride program as well, to talk about the Pride that PVCC is experiencing. One of the things that's fabulous is that we have been returning to campus, and a week ago we held our Puma Fest, which is also our Fields of Interest fair with faculty and staff working in collaboration. We were able to offer an in-person event that certainly raised spirits on our campus and really created some positive momentum moving forward into the next semester.
So, Mr. Ho, I know that this will throw your group off, and at any one time, since you are truly the ones that kick us off to the Thanksgiving holiday, it looks like we may need to move on into the meeting. I keep getting little notes that we're not making much progress here due to a technical glitch. That's very disappointing to all of us in the audience, and certainly to the students who have worked so hard to make this a quality presentation for all of us. Please accept our apologies for not having this work
Ms. Sullivan,
at optimum. Oh yes, I hear you, Mr.
Sorry, I do have the video up and ready to run.
Oh, you do? Okay,
Yeah.
It's not showing on my screen. So
Interesting. It
I don't
was
know what
playing
that
through on the
means.
other end. I do apologize. I do have it ready to play though.
okay, I'm not seeing anything, but it could just be my computer then.
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
Yeah, it's on our screen.
Yeah, mine says media sharing is stopped due to a technical glitch. Hang on a sec while the presenter tries sharing the file again.
That's
But
what
if I'm
mine
the
said.
only one who is seeing that, please move
Yep.
forward and we'll go with that.
Yes, I think you're the only one.
No, yeah. Okay, no comment, anyone tied to that one. With that, please continue, Jordan and Elsa, and just bring me back up to speed when we come back to the agenda.
Good evening, President Sullivan, members of Governing Board, Chancellor Gonzalez, members of CIC, and all Maricopa Community District and community members. My name is Giovanna Vincic, and I am the Student Senator for Paradise Valley Community College. Paradise Valley Community College has been recognized one of the nation's top 150 community colleges by the ESPN Institute. Paradise Valley Community College has earned this recognition annually since 2013. Only community college in Arizona to achieve this distinction this year. Colleges selected stand out among more than 1,000 community colleges nationwide. Is having high and improving levels of student success, as well as equitable outcomes from Black and Hispanic students and those from lower income backgrounds. The ESPN Institute evaluates various criteria including first-year retention rates, graduation rates 115% normal program completion time, improvement of student success rates over time, graduation rates of underrepresented minority students, and graduation rates of low-income students. And Paradise Valley Community College We aspire to show love to our students, our campus community, and the local community that surrounds the college. This sense of community and belonging is why our students choose and remain in the Paradise Valley Community College. Today, you will hear our student leaders describe their efforts to build community, as well to impact this has made on their success. Thank you so much.
Hello, my name is Araceli Jara, and I am a student here at PVCC. I am a first gen, and I am a part of Women's Rising and a part of Hispanic Student Association. I love being a student here at PVCC. It has given me a lot of opportunities, experiences, and a whole lot of friendships.
Hello, my name is Cynthia Rojas Rangel. I am a student here at PVCC. I'm also a first-gen student. The involvement that I've had here has been being the Vice President of Women Rising, President of the Hispanic Student Association. I'm also a member of the UNOS Club and our Indigenous Club here on PVCC. My point of pride would say being part of a lovely community here at PVCC. I would say we have an amazing team within our club advisors, and just with all of the other clubs, we all get involved and try to stay connected, and I really love our communication between clubs and all the activities that we've built together. I would definitely say my experience or my outcomes from joining these clubs has been being able to meet other people, making connections, making friends, and networking, and just opportunities that I've gotten from it.
Hi, my name is Justine Duvall. I'm the president of the Outdoor Adventures Club. This club has helped me to feel like I belong by providing me an outlet for exercising and for communicating with the people around me. It's really helped to be hiking every week, as it gives me, it helps me to push myself and find purpose in doing what I want to do and being in college.
My name is Philip Henry V, and I am the Secretary of the United Nations Students Club. I joined UNOS Club to get out of my comfort zone on campus. At first I was very shy and not as open, but with the help and support of UNOS Club and Student Life, I was able to blossom as a communication student on campus. I find pride in being able to run events. For instance, making our first club field trip happen post-pandemic. I'm able to help out with the farmers market and coordinate with different people on the site. And I think that's very good in a reflection of how much I've grown this past couple of years. And I think that this experience will help me grow forever, honestly.
Hi, I'm Ross Harwitz. I'm a part of the PVCC Pride Club, and I'm the club treasurer. The point of pride is to be able to be proud of yourself. And as obvious as that may sound, when you're an LGBTQ+ person, you'll question yourself at times and wonder if who you are is who you're truly supposed to be. And when you find a group of people who are like you, you truly realize that this is who I am and this is who I'm meant to be. And then you feel like you belong, and especially being involved in it, you realize you are not the only person who is like this. There are tons of people, especially at PVCC, who are just like you. And it makes you remember that you are not alone. You have people to support you, be your friend, all of that. And that is what it means to be a part of the Pride Club.
Thank you so much for the opportunity to showcase our community and our students. On behalf of the entire PVCC community, have a happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you, Mr. Howe, and thank you, Elsa and Jordan, for working us through that. Mr. Do you have anything you'd like to add? We so appreciate what the students presented to us this evening.
Our students are watching in various formats, so just thank you for the opportunity to showcase our students, and happy Thanksgiving to everyone.
Thank you very much, and happy Thanksgiving to all of you. Sorry about the few glitches earlier. but we worked through those. So thank you to all who did. Wonderful job. So with that, we'll move to the next item on our agenda, and that is acknowledgement that we will have 3 Emeritus Awards and recognition this evening. And as is happening during this process, we will acknowledge the honorees, and we will include an article recognizing the recipients in the Maricopa newsletter that will include a short profile. So our board assistant will forward the newsletter to all of the recipients. We want to say congratulations to all of them and are excited that they will receive this distinction. And with that, we'll move on to the Chancellor's report. Dr. Gonzalez.
Yes, thank you. Good evening, President Sullivan, members of the board, our CEC, and guests that are with us this evening. I would just like to provide a very brief update on some of the recent happenings here in Maricopa that we've been pretty excited about, mostly on the legislative front. This past Friday was a really busy one. We had 2 events going on at the same time. At Paradise Valley Community College, Senator Boyer and Representatives Kaiser, Wilmoth, Butler, and Schwiebert, along with the governor's budget director, Matt Gress, cut the ribbon for our grand opening of the new health sciences program that was mentioned in both presentations before me. This new incredible state-of-the-art building was constructed utilizing the STEM funding allocated in fiscal year 2020 from the legislature. Although I was not in attendance, I had that they were extremely impressed with the program and happy to see our focus on developing the health care workforce. In addition, we also welcomed U.S. Senators Sinema and Kelly and Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg at Mesa Community College for a roundtable discussion at our automation lab. Interim President of Mesa, Dr. Lori Berquam, joined this roundtable discussion to talk about how our colleges are supporting the workforce development for supply chain industries. Thank you to you, President Sullivan, who was also in attendance. And this past month, I've had an opportunity to have several lunch meetings with state legislators, including Senator Livingston, Mesnard, Representative Kaiser, and Senator Boyer, and had an opportunity to provide them with updates on things that are going on inside of Maricopa, including enrollment and some of the innovative activity that we're up to. And I was also able to share with some of them, once our board had approved our legislative agenda, some key points from that legislative agenda. So we are looking forward to the new state legislative session that will be starting on January 10th. And again, as others have done so before me, I want to take this moment to express my sincere gratitude to our governing board for the leaders that you are in our community and for Maricopa Community College District. I want to thank our faculty and staff for showing up absolutely every single day, whether that's in person, virtually, or a combination of the two, to serve our students throughout the year. And I want to thank our administration too for leading through one of our most challenging times in recent history. I hope that you all have an enjoyable and wonderful Thanksgiving with friends and family, and that you are able to enjoy the food that you partake in. And so with that, President Sullivan, that concludes my Chancellor's update. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Gonzalez. As we move to the next item on the agenda, it is the Citizens Interim Report. And this is the opportunity for members of the public to address the governing board. It turns out that there are no requests for a presentation this evening. So I'm going to move on now to the next item on the agenda, which is consideration of the consent agenda. All items under this section are consent matters unless they are removed from the consent agenda at this time. So do any board members or the Chancellor wish to remove any items from the consent agenda? Board members? Being that I don't hear any comment to that effect, is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
Thank you, Dr. Narini. Is there a second?
Second, Mrs. Nguyen.
Thank you, Mrs. Nguyen. So all of those board members in favor of approving the consent agenda as presented, please vote by saying aye.
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 Aye. Aye. Thank you. Is there anyone opposed? By a vote of 7-0, the consent agenda is approved. Thank you. And I don't believe Mr. Evans joined us this evening. Is that correct, Elsa?
That is correct.
Okay, so with that, when there are no non-consent action items, are there any comments or questions on the first reading of our information item? That's the employment and separations for September 18, 2021 through October 22, 2021. Being none, is there any comment or questions on our monitoring reports? That's the budget analysis report, Fund 1, General Unrestricted Fund for the 4 months ending 10/31/2021. Hearing no comment, let me move to our governing board reports, and I'll start with you, Ms. Bittersmith. Do you have anything to report?
I do. Thank you, President Sullivan.
Sure.
I just wanted to report that I was honored to be a part of a luncheon celebration at the recent C4 Vets, a golf tournament, along with board member Wynn. This is a group that raises money for our veteran students at the community college level. And they donated $10,000 earmarked for our West Valley campuses. They have an East Valley golf tournament as well. So I think that's a really positive aspect of community involvement in the district. Let me also say earlier today, I was part of the foundation board meeting, as was Dr. Narini and Chancellor Gonzalez. The biggest takeaway, there were many things that happened. The biggest takeaway, of course, was the significant, historic, record-breaking fundraising that the foundation had in the pandemic year. And I think that speaks to their efforts and their programmatic outreach that happened despite having other challenges. And I think, again, another positive aspect for dollars for students in the district. And that's my report.
Thank you very much. Mrs. McGrath.
I do not have a report.
Okay, we'll move on. Dr. Narini.
Well, thank you. I had the opportunity this month to participate in the annual Student Success Conference and the College Nexus Summit. And these were both really outstanding events that were a great success, I think, in no small part because of all the work that our Maricopa staff put into it. So I want to thank all the staff who took part in the summit and the conference to really highlight some of the work that we're doing and some of the work that still needs to be done. So I appreciate all their work. I also want to thank everybody and wish everybody a happy Native American Heritage Month, and hope everybody has a great, happy, and filling Thanksgiving. Thanks.
Thank you, Dr. Narini. Ms. Smith.
Good evening. I just wanted to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving, and I don't have a report for this month. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Ms. Smith. Dr. Thor.
Thank you. Like Dr. Narini, I had the opportunity to attend part of the Student Success Conference the first week of November. And I want to congratulate the planning team on an excellent program. The keynote speakers were particularly outstanding. Our own Dr. C.M. Parker, and then also Dr. Robert Vela, president of San Antonio College. Their presentations are available on the website, so if you didn't get an opportunity to hear them, I would commend them to you. On November 4th, I attended the Mesa Community College Hall of Fame ceremony, where my longtime friend and colleague, Dr. Mark Milliron, received the Alumni Achievement Award. Dr. Milliron is the Senior Vice President of Western Governors University, and he readily credits Mesa Community College for setting him on his path to success. And finally, at an event at Rio Salado on November 13th, I was very honored to be asked to help launch the Winston Senior and Dr. Gene T. Social Justice Scholarship. The scholarship will benefit students at Phoenix College and Rio Salado College, the two institutions where Dr. Gene Tees worked during her 40-plus years as a Maricopa faculty member. And like others, I wish everyone a very happy Thanksgiving. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Dr. Thor. Ms. Nguyen.
I just wanted to say, first of all, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. And the event I got to attend with Susan, Dr. Well, I'm going to upgrade, with Mrs. Bittersmith was wonderful to, number one, be in person with people. But it was great to see Glendale and Estrella Mountain get recognition for all the wonderful work they're doing. And I think it's so important that we continue to reach out to our veterans and provide education opportunities. It was also wonderful to be with Brian Spicker, who is running our foundation. I will echo again the efforts of the foundation, all of the incredible donations and connections that we're making in our community. And I really look forward to us transitioning those dollars into students' hands so that they can get the education and increasing our student numbers. I think that should go hand in hand with the businesses that we've gotten. It's exciting, and congratulations to Brian Spicker and his team. Today, I was lucky enough to sit with the CEO of a company that's been at our entrepreneurial center. I'm not sure that that's the name of it, but it's over at Gateway. And they just received 2 contracts from the Air Force. And they are a global company that is going to be removing environmental issues from the water supply here. And it's really exciting. And they've been awarded a multi-million-dollar contract. So this is the second business through that I've had an opportunity to work with. And I'm so excited to see that we really are engaging with our community the way we're supposed to. And just on a personal note, I had a son who's in the hospital who's going to be getting out who had COVID, and I have a new granddaughter 3 days ago, and today is my mom's 84th birthday. So I am very thankful and grateful, and just very blessed, and I wish everyone just an amazing holiday. So thank you. That's the report.
Thank you, Mrs. Nguyen, and congratulations on all the family events that you have, and I'm pleased to hear that your son is doing better. So my turn, and I guess I'd like to start by acknowledging all the work and efforts of the board members on behalf of the district. And for those of you who are listening, certainly with 7 members, there's 7 opportunities for people to reach out into the community and to our both internal and external. And as you can hear from their reports, they're all busy doing something that represents the board and represents the district. But most importantly, their efforts are to celebrate our staff and faculty, but most importantly, our students. So to all of you board members who are busy out there on a daily basis on our behalf, thank you very much for all your efforts. As far as my own activities, somehow the month has gone by extremely fast, and I feel like there have been so many things that I've done, but or we've done together. But I want to first of all apologize to board members for having to postpone our retreat, and also to those of you who were eager to join us, or maybe I should say looking forward to joining us or joining us on Friday prior to the retreat. And I know it was a last minute postponement, but necessary. And we look forward to gathering soon. And in fact, we are polling board members for an appropriate date. And I'm just holding my breath that there is one out there that's going to work for everyone to continue. I also had the opportunity to participate in the Association of Governing Boards Council of Board Chairs meeting, and our topic for the conversation was workforce and its link to higher education institutions. Certainly, we as a community college system stand out in that space, and it was pretty obvious as we heard the reports from other board chairs of university systems, et cetera, that we're one of the leaders of the pack in those efforts, and the struggle that everyone is having to try to figure out how to accommodate more workforce readiness activity in their systems. And of course, we are a leader in that. So that was both a learning experience for me, but also provided an opportunity for us to talk about what we as community college systems do so effectively. And last Friday, I did have the opportunity to hear our state Senate, or the senators, U.S. senators, and Secretary of Transportation Pete Buttigieg talk about the opportunities for the state of Arizona tied to the newly passed infrastructure bill. And certainly there will be opportunities for us to receive funding as we work in partnership with the private sector, particularly, and thank you, Mrs. Nguyen, for reminding us that that's something that's very important to what we do. And as that continues as a result of the passage of this bill, we'll certainly be ready and able to do that. Plus, it was delightful to be at Mesa Community College again and see and speak to staff and others, faculty that lead the efforts there, particularly in advanced manufacturing. So thank you all for that. And I guess I have always a lot to say, but what really comes to mind tonight is the gratitude that I have for each of you who participate and serve this district in one way or another, and certainly to all those who grace our halls, both figuratively and literally, in trusting us to inspire them to better work, better education, better lives. And to all of you, that gratitude sits heavily with me, and want to say thank you and wish you all a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving with family and friends. Want to remind you at this time then, on December 7th, 2021, we will hold a work session. It will be tied to policy efforts. Ms. Smith and Teresa Tony will be leading us through that work session. We also will have agenda review. The meeting will start at 4:30. There will be no physical meeting. And on December 14, we will convene our regular board meeting at this time at 6:30 p.m. Nothing else scheduled that I know of for that date. So with that, I want to conclude tonight's regular board meeting. Board members, we do have an executive session. So do I have a motion to adjourn this meeting and enter an executive session?
So moved. This is Mrs. Nguyen.
Thank you, Mrs. Nguyen. Is there a second?
Second.
Is that you, Dr. Thor? I believe I did hear a second on Mrs. Nguyen's motion. So with that,
You did. It was Susan. It was Susan.
it was Susan. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. So the record will show that it was Ms. Bittersmith. So with that, with the motion and the second, I'm going to say thank you, board members. We will convene into an executive session. And to all the rest of you, we thank you for your attendance this evening. So the board meeting of the governing board stands adjourned. Board members, we're going to exit WebEx and we're going to enter Google Meets for the executive session portion of the meeting. So I'll see you shortly, 1 or 2 minutes, and I'll look for all of you to be present. Thank you.